with meteorologist Julia Blanchett.
Today on your Thursday, we have more rain on the way. Good morning and happy Thursday. Thanks for joining us today because we have a lot to talk about. First things first, the rain we saw yesterday or the wind and dark cloud coverage, depending on where you were located. We definitely saw that appear yesterday afternoon. Today, you're expecting something pretty similar. So right as you approach lunchtime, you're expecting to see 90 degrees in Grand Junction, 88 in Delta, 86 in the Montrose area, and then about 84 in Cortez. But watch what happens after lunchtime. We're expecting to see shower activity spreading through the Grand Valley. You can see that starting to ramp up and become a little bit more prominent here across western Colorado. And there's also some yellow and orange flashing in and out of around various areas. And that marks the possibility that we could see a little bit of thunder and lightning in terms of our storm cells. So that is also part of the forecast today. Be prepared for that if you're doing anything outside, and also be prepared for a little bit of wind because with every storm comes the inflow and outflow winds to bring that storm to us and move it away from us. So that's something you should have on your radar. But jumping ahead to talk about dry weather, our total observed moisture since the start of the calendar year, so since January, has been about 2.37 inches in the Grand Junction area. Now by the end of June, the end of last month, we were supposed to be around an average of 4.16 inches of moisture by the end of that month, and now we're 2 days away from the end of our July forecast, and we were supposed to be around 4.75 inches of moisture. And today, again, our up-to-date forecast number for our precipitation is only 2.37 inches of moisture, and that means we have no chance of catching up, and that puts into perspective just how dry we really are compared to where we're normally at. So the Grand Junction area is still suffering from drought conditions, as we've seen with lots of fires. It's a bad recipe for wildfire season, and the National Weather Service, speaking of wildfire season, has issued a red flag warning that goes into effect at 1 p.m. today, and it will expire around 8 p.m. It's for the Rio Blanco County area along with Moffett County, and it's also spreading into eastern Utah. But the catch is that we have probable fire weather, fire danger up in that corner because of the air being so dry as well. Humidity levels will be around 7 to 12%, so that again is not necessarily ideal, and our wind gusts could get as high as 30 miles an hour. If you're not located in any of the higher highlighted areas, don't worry because you'll still get your fair share of wind too. It just won't be under the same parameters. If I haven't mentioned your location just yet, remember you're about 96 in Grand Junction today, so we're a whole lot closer to that average, so to speak. And then in the Delta area, 97, Montrose 91, and in the Cortez area, 93. If we look at those overnight lows, those are pretty average too. 65 in Grand Junction, 59 in Delta and in Montrose, and 55 in Cortez. But the 7-day forecast, no surprises on the 7-day forecast. We're expecting to see a little bit of rain in Grand Junction, but again, it's probable we don't see a lot of that make it to the ground because our air is so dry. Mid-air evaporation is a real thing, but 20% chance we see something today and this weekend. We're warm, but we do have wildfire risk. And if we take a peek at what's going on in Montrose, the same thing, a 30% chance for moisture, moving to a 20% chance by your Friday. Saturday, Sunday, 92 degrees. Wildfire risk enters the forecast again. And in Delta, about a 97-degree high on Thursday and Friday, a 30% chance of scattered showers, and then by Saturday and Sunday, 99 and 100 degrees. So wildfire risk is not far off after our brief little storm system. And in Cortez, same thing, 93 degrees turns to 91. Saturday and Sunday will be down in 93 degrees.